So today we're going to go over Thairapy 365. It's the TriCurl 3-in-1 clipless curling iron. And I totally tripped over my words trying to say that for like the last 5 minutes. But basically it is a patented quick release tourmaline barrel wand curling iron, which obviously it's clipless. It's not going to leave any creases, which is really nice. And it comes in a 19mm, 25mm, and 32mm interchangeable barrels. And I'll get into showing you a little bit more about how they work. There were a couple things I wasn't too thrilled about with this, but most of the things I really did like. And you can see its shape. That's the 32mm interchangeable barrel. You can also see a lot of, like, the design is fantastic. It's not uncomfortable. It's very, very sleek and simple. There is nothing too bad, too intense about it. It's very user friendly. And there we go. Look, now you can see it. And it's really nice. The buttons is what I was a little worried about. So to turn it on, you press the button and hold it down. That took me a while. I thought I broke it already. And then to get it to where you want it, you just hit the arrows up and down. And then as soon as it sits for a second and knows where you want it, it'll then start climbing. And it'll tell you where it's at as it goes, which is really, really nice. When it heats up. And it usually only takes like 2 to 5 minutes to heat up to like maximum heat. I usually let it sit for a little bit just to make sure. We'll go ahead and turn that off. And yeah, so you can kind of see that a little bit. If you flip it around, there you go. You can see the button that helps you interchange it. It can be a little tricky. You just kind of push it in. You have to make sure that it's pushed all the way. And see, it just completely slides off. You don't have to twist it. It just pulls off. So I'm going to grab the 19mm wand here and just make sure that the brand, the logo on it, matches up specifically with the digital temperature control, and line it up really well so that it clicks on. And voila, super simple. And that part gets hot, but the plastic part with Thairapy 365 does not get hot. So I mean, you can interchange them while they're hot, but just be really careful. And it does have the rotating cord, which is really, really nice. You can't exactly see it because I'm outside the camera, but it's super simple. It doesn't get caught. It's not one of those that you think is going to be super awesome and then it still doesn't move the way you need it to, which is really nice. So I like that a lot about it. These, like I said, I'll switch it out again, but it does get tricky. So you have to make sure the button is pushed all the way in. And that's the 25mm. That's the one that I use the most. You get really nice. You can make really easy loose curls with it, especially with really long hair. It's super easy to hold. There's nothing sharp that's going to mess with you. Like I said, you're just super easy, slim, sleek, very soft. The buttons is that's the only part that really bothered me, was it seemed like they were really cheap plastic buttons. Like you can hear the tinking of the plastic. But then I dropped it and it didn't scratch or mess with them or anything. And it was without the barrel, so it just fell flat on it. And I was like, oh my gosh, but it actually didn't even leave a scratch. So it's tougher than it looks, which is nice. So yeah, so it's really cool. I really like this overall. And I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit of a hair tutorial. Oh yeah, and kind of look, you can see it again. But yeah, I'll do a little bit of a hair tutorial with the 25mm, so you can just kind of see how it works, and you'll also see me burn my hand. It's pretty cool. Okay. All right, so now you'll get to see me burn my hand, and you'll see it. Just wait. But you also get to see me kind of curl my hair and see how I do it. I'm trying to. It's gonna look really wonky the way I'm doing it because I'm trying to do it so that you can see how I do it. So I'm trying to like keep everything out of the way of what I'm doing. So we'll see how it turns out. But yeah, so I always do the front curls. I always curl them back, so away from my face. It always seems to look better as far as the way things lay. So I don't know how you do it, but that is what has always worked for me. And then I do back and forth. I kind of interchange them, which is I actually really like how it goes, because then all the curls don't stick together. I don't have to worry about it all being one big curl at the end, or having to use extra hairspray to keep them from, all running together. So you'll just kind of see me going back and forth here, and we'll speed it up a little. Alright, so now the first half's done, and we'll move on to the second half a little bit. Again, I'm curling it away from my face, so that way the curls, I don't know, they just lay better. I like the way that it just kind of opens up my face a little bit more, especially because my face is so narrow anyway. And yeah, that one didn't hold very well. I'm getting kind of impatient. Making sure it's turned up all the way. So yeah, I don't really do very many outtakes, so I mean, I kind of just go with it. That's why you get to see me burn my wrist. Oh, and there it is. Yeah, as the video goes on, you'll see I get a little more red, and I actually have a big honkin' blister right on my wrist, right in the crease. It's really painful. But anyway, yay, you got to see my eyes bulge a little. Alright, so now I just hairspray everything, and then I loosen them a little bit because I don't want them to be like super curly, tight locks. I want them to be more flowing, kind of like a beach look, a little bit, you know, a little bit nicer, but, oh yeah, and I want to get that crease out too, so just something really nice that's a little bit different so you're not just straightening your hair every day. But I definitely hope you guys liked this and were highly amused by my lack of outtakes. And there's the finished product. Thairapy 365, the TriCurl 3-in-1 clipless curling iron is, I really do love it. Although I won't call it by its full name, I'll probably call it a curling wand. Because it is quite a mouthful, but it's really awesome. All you have to do is add a little bit of hairspray, get a little oomph in your hair, depending on how much you want. Normally I tease it, but I'm not going to do it for this video. I needed to go put some burn cream on my hand. So I hope you enjoyed my video along with the lack of outtakes. And just make sure that you check out Thairapy 365 on Twitter and YouTube for this video, more specifically, and also Facebook as well. And stay tuned for the giveaway.